how can we watch respectfully? Because there's watching and there's voyeurism and there's invading and there's, I think of so many science approaches, taking an animal and putting them in this lab and hooking them up with all kinds of electrodes. I mean, I started out thinking I was going to be a neuroscientist, and when I found out what they did to the animals, I was like, I
No.
cannot go there. And so here I am in the healing profession. But how can we watch respectfully? What's your two bits on that?
Well, I would say let's go in on the animals' terms. I mean, our kind is really hungry to reconnect with the natural world. And I think, even some so-called ecotourism ventures have us invading, animals' worlds, or even just around here, there's a loon, you want to get closer to the loon, so you kayak close to the loon. Well, the loon's freaking out because it's got a nest over there, so it's going to expend all kinds of energy, to get away from you that it wouldn't otherwise. Learn to approach the animal on the animal's terms and let it reveal itself to you. I kind of live by this adage, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Mm,
And in my case, the animals have almost always been ready there to show me something,
nice.
but on their terms. And you can't just take it from them. My heroine growing up was Jane Goodall,
Yeah.
who in 1960 went into the field at Gombe Stream Reserve in Tanzania and did what no other researcher before her, all of whom were male, because women didn't do science, instead of trying to sneak around and steal glimpses of the chimpanzees, what she did was she would go up on this place she called the Peak, and the chimps could see her,
Yeah.
and offered herself, saying, look, I am here and I am harmless, and I am not going to bother you. I'm not going to sneak around. And eventually the chimps were curious and would come to her. And this is how, incidentally, Adam Geiger, who was the guy who filmed the 3-part series, Secrets of the Octopus, National Geographic, has just begun airing. The reason he got all this great footage was he and his team would stay underwater for hours and hours and hours. They had rebreathers, so they could just stay still for hours and hours and hours. And the octopuses that he filmed
Got curious.
got curious and felt fine with his presence. It wasn't like, oh, there's an octopus in a hole, I'm going to stick my finger in there. No one wants to come out of here doing that. So patience is another thing that we need to cultivate, so that animals can reveal themselves to us, can choose to reveal
Nice.
themselves to us. And it's so rewarding. At first, I think a lot of people, and I have some friends who are children, and children sometimes find it hard to stay still. Adults do too. So at first it's like all twitchy and I'm not doing anything, and like, oh my gosh, I got to be wiggly. But then you settle into that peace of waiting and trusting that the teacher will appear and show you something.
Beautiful. Well, we're running out of the end of our time here to talk, at least for now. Maybe we'll do this again if there's a possibility. What are you working on? Yeah, I hope so too. What are you working on now? Do you want to share, or is it a secret? Do you have any thoughts for the future? What do you want to close with here?
Well, the next book to come out is coming out in November. It's called What the Chicken Knows. And it's going to be sort of like the Hummingbirds Gift, which I think you have right there, the Hawk's Way. This is going to be a similar small
I have
book
these two.
about, about chickens. My next thing that the next book I'm going to write, actually Wednesday, I'm going to get scuba recertified after a long hiatus so that I can scuba dive with giant manta rays in Ecuador in
Ooh,
August, September for a book on that.
wow.
And I'm working with Matt Patterson, the wonderful artist,
Yeah.
on a picture book for children about the star turtle in our adult turtle book of time and turtles. His name is Fire Chief, and he is a 42-pound wild snapper, probably my age, who was
Wow.
hit by a car. And we worked on his physical therapy, and now he rules his own pond just less than a mile from
Huh.
my house.
Wow.
And we're doing a picture book on his story, and how he came to overcome his his shell was cracked, he was paralyzed, his tail wouldn't move, and now he's ruling his own pond again.
Nice. Thank you so much for spending time with us. And if you'd like more information about Sy's books and her website, I'll have that at the link. And thanks so much, Sy, for your wonderful words of wisdom. And I hope people can take this and sit with it.
Oh, thank you so much, Annie. I'd love to be on with you again.
All right, take care.